So I work at the New York Legal Assistant Group. It was about financial debts. Their goal was to help people improve their long-term financial circumstances. The organization exists to support people that have either been accused of for financial debts or that have problems with financial debt. Yeah.
Our internship wasn't Arab American Association. We did a lot of work. We learned learn more about the history, and we study how we can help new people to apply for citizenship, and we help people to have how to apply, to have a job, or how to find a place to live, to protect our community from any violence could happen. For example, what Donald Trump just do in January when he just banned Muslims to enter the United States. We go there when we protesting. We change many things that time, and we go and we do about the holiday, Muslim holiday. Before we used to be you have to come to school, but now we just fight for it until now we have holiday days.
I did my internship in what it was Assembly Member Linda Rosendahl's office. She's the representative for the 67th District in Manhattan, exactly in 230 West 72nd Street. Mostly I work with what was Gus Ibsen. He was the one who interviewed me. So he's the person who was for scheduling meetings or interviews for Linda. So most of the time what I did was answering the phone. For example, the New York Times, Sarah Larson from the New York Times is calling. She wants to do an interview on Thursdays for Linda Rosendahl. Can I talk with the person that works for the scheduling? So say okay, yes, just hold a second. And I tell Gus that this person wants to do exactly meeting. I also work with Lauren. I met her 1 month before I left my internship because she was in maternity leave. She was my best mentor. I love her. She works mostly with what it was social media, like Facebook, Twitter, or the Linda Rosendahl's email. So most of the times I was helping her reading the newspaper or looking for some news that Linda's does. Some newspaper published this about Linda's. So most of the time I was helping her with doing that. Other stuff I did in the office was helping He's the one who works for the legislation that Linda's make. He's the person who helps the person that is in Albany with Linda. So when he was really, really busy, what I did was Elizabeth, can you call these senators or representatives to tell them if they want to be part of this legislation that Linda is making? So what I was doing was say let's call Senator Kruger. This is Elizabeth from Assembly Member Linda Rosendahl's office. We wanted to know if you want to be part of this legislation that Linda is making. And I love my internship.
So my internship was in South Bronx Early College Academic School. That was a middle school in the Bronx. That was my mentor. In my internship, I had to teach the students how to play basketball, organize the closet where we put the balls and everything. Something that I like about this internship was I learned how to be patient with children. And
my internship was in elementary school, PS Bloomingdale. Something that I like of working there with kids was that they're so beautiful, working in groups together. They talk a lot, and something that I didn't like was they move a lot, and when the teacher is explaining something to the other stand up and start playing.
She's my boss. Her name is Paola. She was coordinator from Child's program. I was doing office work, transfer paper to computer, scanner, use the printer. I like it because it's something new for me, because I didn't expect it to be in a quiet place where no one needs to focus on papers and computers and all this stuff. That everyone is so nicely. They are say if we need something, we can support each other.
So my internship was in Manhattan Borough office, a girl group office, and it was located in First Central Street. And you have many jobs, like many different jobs you can do. It's based on your abilities, like border, politics, communities. What I'm working was with the budget. I'm working at a capital budget analyze for the schools and library, public schools. It was what I liked about here was the people was very nice, and they teach you to do everything that you need to do. The people was very nice to each other, and they help you go through like every question, every problem you have.
Uji, where was your internship?
So my internship site is New York Immigration Coalition. It's about paperwork.
What did you do there?
We type in the data and we help them organize those stuff there. We usually type in important stuff like money. The best thing I liked there was the diversity of here. There's different cultures.
As we talk about how to like protests, and we can like help the Arabic people, and we have like in my internship we have classes for English class, and we can help you for like if you have problems or you need translate for something, and we have like we tell you like how you do like protests and how you can like change something or can like change some things, and we have like we talk about freedoms and religions. We have like wars and protests, and we have like protests to Washington DC from the school.
Dallas protest, the fast food. هذا اللي يعلموا الانجليزي صح؟ And they teach English in this place. أكلمك بالعربي ولا بالإنجليزي؟
Why should the 11th grade teacher pick you to work in this internship next year?
What happened?
Why should they pick you to work in this internship next year?
Because it's fun when you do a protest, when you join some protest over there, and there is not only Arabic people. What I like of my internship is that they speak my native language, and we have a lot of fun of taking a protest, having a protest, and this is my mentor right here, and we done a lot of protests with her. For example, the $15 protest. That was in 2016, and we have another protest was when I joined this internship. And they have over there that people teach English over there to improve your language, and they speak a lot of language, like not only Arabic. They speak 5 languages. They speak Spanish, English, Bangladesh, I think, and they speak I don't know what else.
My internship was at Senator Kruger office, that is District 28. All the people living there is actually they are going to send letters, or they are going to get registered in a page that is called Duber, and this page has all their emails, their phone number, and their direction. So that money is creating that a lot of people write letters to her saying to support or go against any legislation that is being passed. So that's why the interaction with her, with like between senator and letters from all constituents, is growing this science because of that reason.
My internship was at Robbins Kaplan in Lexington Avenue 56th Street. There is an office of laws. There are different like immigration laws, and there are paralegals. I was working with Jessica Reina, the coordinator of Robbins Kaplan. I like it that always I was working in something different. They always every day I learn something different, and they always put me like a job different. Like not every day I was doing the same. Talk to me about careers, and always and I learned with them that you have to have challenge to be a good person. I like best like the way that they treat me, and that I work I work in different projects and big projects, like projects to save someone's life, projects to show that some people had to be hiding here, and
At MS 839 is a middle school. It's about art and theaters. I used to help them draw and in the library and listen to them talking and all that stuff.
So how is it to be like a teacher?
It's hard. At first I was shy, but they helped me to let that go. It was awesome. I love it.
So hi, I'm Gina. I was an intern in MS 831, so it's a middle school. My internship life is very awesome and wonderful because I have 1 week and then 3 days. So each week I can do different things. Like when I have Tuesday, I will go to this office to organize the surprise and organize the things and then I can communicate with the kid also. And when it's Wednesday, I can go to the library to organize the books. And then I meet Emily there, is a librarian. So when it's Tuesday, I will go to the drama class to also raise the kid and then help them to do a costume, make costume and a chair and this is their show coming. Also, in here, I'm gonna really thank my mentor. She helped me a lot. On the first day I came there, and she asked me, "Will you be boring or something?" And then she's keep in charge with me to do programs. So I've been to have the Spanish program and the art program. So we make a project. It's this book. Pictures. I like the best is I can try new things and I try different things in weeks. So I'm not only working for something again and again. I have a work in library and classroom and communication with the kids.
Yeah, I enjoy. I want to be in the future pediatric or psychology. Yeah. I learned how to have a lot of patience with little kids because they're so small. So